From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
Newsday shuts Tobago office. Petal Daniel Benoit, PNM's candidate for Scarborough Mongrace. Dexter Miller, PNM's candidate for Bagatelle, and Miss Universe 2025 Fatima Bosch becomes a first Tabasco winner. Good evening, I am Lavian Cupid and you're locked in to the Tobago Updates television news for Friday, 21st November 2025. In some breaking news this evening, Public Services Association President Felicia Thomas has just announced that the PSA has received a 10% offer for public servants from Acting Chief Personnel Officer. No news is forthcoming as to how the 10% will be divided. However, she has stated she will be pushing for new salaries to be paid in time for Christmas. Now to our top stories this evening. The media landscape of the Twin Island state is shifting as sources confirm the imminent closure of the Newsday Tobago office in Scarborough. The office, located at the TLH building, is set to shut its doors at the end of November, signaling a major operational restructure by the National Daily. All current Tobago-based reporting staff are being transferred to Newsday's main administrative headquarters in Trinidad. This physical withdrawal follows the quiet suspension or mothballing of the newspaper's dedicated free Newsday Tobago edition. Launched with fanfare in November 2015, the edition's secession, coupled with the office closure, marks the end of a nearly 9-year commitment to a distinct on-island news operation, reflecting the deepening financial and logistical pressures facing the regional print industry. The People's National Movement has officially introduced Petal Daniel Benoit as their candidate for Scarborough-Mongris District. The announcement, made before supporters, reflects the party's continued effort to strengthen its presence across Tobago. More in this report from reporter Martina Salazar.
During the Tobago Deserves Better community meeting, PNM introduced no stranger to politics, Petal Daniel Benoit. She called on residents for their support, pledging to represent them faithfully and to serve the community.
So that together we can build a safer Scarborough-Mongris for your children and my children. So that together we can create a community that we are all proud of. So Scarborough-Mongris, I am asking you for your support. I am asking you for the opportunity to serve as your representative, to be in service of you, to stand with you and for you.
She noted that in the past, senior appreciation gatherings allowed older citizens to connect and engage. Going forward, she intends to introduce more activities of that kind, while also meeting directly with seniors to hold conversation and identify their needs.
So in the past, we have had some senior appreciation, some gatherings where those senior citizens come together, they engage, they network, they meet each other. So we would want to have some additional activities like that. And of course, again, it is a dialogue and conversation. So it is my intent to continue to meet with those senior persons to identify and assess what their needs are.
In her closing remarks, Benoit highlighted her vision for Scarborough-Mongris, pointing to tangible projects such as renovations to the community field and the construction of a pavilion. She emphasized that these incentives reflect her broader commitment to improving spaces where residents can gather, grow, and take pride in their community. Martina Ronaldo Salazar, Tobago Updates Television News.
Reinforcing its commitment to strong representation in the upcoming THA elections, Dexter Miller was introduced as the People's National Movement candidate for the electoral district of Bacolet-Bagatelle. Attendees welcomed him at last night's meeting. More in this report from reporter Martina Salazar.
Speaking to residents at last night's community meeting, PNM candidate Dexter Miller vowed to be a voice of hope and reason, declaring his readiness to fight for the district's concerns and to provide steady leadership in the upcoming elections.
I'm here to give you hope. I'm here to champion your cause. I've been doing it for you for so long. There are so many instances I can relate to. But tonight is not going to be for all the relations. There's a time for that. But I'm just here to let you know that I am prepared to serve you. I am prepared to be your standard bearer. I am prepared to be your voice of hope and reasoning, and with your permission, I am going to be the next elected representative for the constituency of Bacolet-Bagatelle.
Responding to a resident's question on opportunities for young men, he said his plan is to repurpose the Sandy Hall building as a life skills hub.
Now, I know that building was one time allocated to the industrial court, but it has been unoccupied for quite some time. And I believe the people of the constituency and Tobago should be able to utilize that building. So it is my intention and the intention of the People's National Movement to have that building reoccupied as a life skill center to serve for support for adolescent mother, single parent, interventions for women, teaching skills to our young people.
Miller stressed that his campaign will be centered on prioritizing the needs of his constituency. He also explained that his focus will be on equipping the next generation with practical skills and opportunities, making them employable, confident, and ready to contribute to the community and the wider society. Martina Renales Salazar, Tobago Updates Television News.
History was made at Miss Universe 2025. Mexico's Fatima Bosch captured the crown, becoming the very first winner from Tabasco. Her victory was more than a title. It was a triumph of dignity, confidence, and strength. Bosch stood her ground, answering with confidence and grace, and even being publicly insulted during the contest. Although Miss Trinidad and Tobago did not advance to the top 30, she left an unforgettable mark on the Miss Universe stage by proudly winning the Beauty Influencer Award. Her talent, poise, and authentic presence resonated with audiences worldwide. From the elegance of her gown to the creativity of her national costume, she represented Trinidad and Tobago with heart and pride. This achievement stands as a testament to her influence and impact. Up next, Trinbagonian principal honored with Texas Top Middle School Award. We'll be right back.
Hair goals, we've got 'em. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
We waiting so long, the people miss the bacchanal.
Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025. From November 27th to December 6th, the island comes alive under the theme, One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports, and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Courts is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Courts Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Courts Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. After a nail-biting wait by supporters for the release of the selected candidates by the Tobago People's Party, the party has finally brought some relief. In a media release just over an hour ago, the party said it has confirmed 13 of the 15 electoral districts. However, deliberations are ongoing for Buku Mount Pleasant and Mason Hall Moriah districts. In the release, the party's leadership further called on party action groups and district councils to submit additional names for the two districts, further stating that the nominations will be reviewed alongside the nominations already received. The selected 13 will meet with a party leader, Fali Augustine, on Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. Thereafter, the slate is expected to be released to the public. Trinbagonian educator Dr. Janelle Mohammed has earned Texas's top middle school principal honor, a recognition that celebrates her remarkable leadership and the transformative work she has carried out at Rancière Middle School. Here are the details.
Growing up in Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Janelle Mohammed developed resilience, community values, and a strong work ethic, qualities she now channels to inspire and transform students at Rancière Middle School. Since stepping into the role, Dr. Janelle Mohammed has reshaped the school's culture through a blend of steady growth, consistent expectations, and a relentless belief in what students can achieve. Her approach has focused heavily on strengthening academic performance, building stronger relationships with teachers and families, and creating a campus environment where students feel seen, supported, and challenged.
As a proud Trinbagonian, I carry my culture, my family, and my upbringing with me in everything I do. To be recognized in Texas, one of the largest educational landscapes in the United States, feels both humbling and empowering. This recognition represents more than just my personal journey. It honors the sacrifices of my parents, the values I learned growing up, and the resilience embedded in our Caribbean spirit.
Freeing her from being tied to her office and allowing her to stay consistently on the move, supporting students anywhere across the school compound.
The Mobile Desk started as a simple idea. I wanted to be where the students and teachers are. Instead of waiting in my office for concerns, celebrations, or issues, I bring my desk with me. It allows me to work in the hallways, visit classrooms more frequently, support teachers in real time, and stay visible and accessible.
She noted that if you don't have a genuine passion for teaching and connecting with students, then being an educator may not be the right path for you.
Because in education, the days can be long. The challenges can be heavy, but your purpose keeps you anchored. Second, prioritize relationships. Remember, students don't learn from people they do not trust. Finally, give yourself grace. You cannot pour into others if your cup is empty. Take time to recharge, celebrate the small wins.
Dr. Mohammed, who proudly represents both Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean, says the award speaks to the power of teamwork, international leadership, and her commitment to uplifting young people towards excellence. This is Aliyah Balgobin, reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
In a media release, a blistering High Court ruling has uncovered a sprawling $30 million fraud scheme inside a major financial institution involving 2 loan officers and 6 roll-on roll-off car dealerships. The judgment delivered on November 20th, 2025 has been formally referred to the Director of Public Prosecutions, the Commissioner of Police and the Minister of Trade and Industry to consider criminal charges and whether the implicated dealerships should lose their operating licenses. According to the court, the conspiracy revolved around dozens of fraudulent motor vehicle loans supported by fake certified extracts, exaggerated job letters, and cars that never existed in the country. One business development officer was found to be a central figure, knowingly processing bogus documents and working alongside multiple dealerships to push through sham transactions. The dealerships involved were found to have generated falsified paperwork to secure millions in financing for vehicles that were never imported. While several parties were found liable for unlawful means, conspiracy and breaches of duty, others were cleared after the court determined there was not enough evidence to show they knowingly participated in the scheme. The judge delivered a harsh critique of the bank's internal systems, noting that weak verification procedures, poor oversight, and the absence of mandatory vehicle checks created the perfect environment for the fraud to flourish undetected. 2 estate constables attached to Dominion Security Services were robbed while on duty at the Patience Hill Government Primary School on Wednesday night, sparking renewed concerns about attacks on security personnel in Tobago. According to police, the victims, a 52-year-old male officer and a 35-year-old female officer, were on routine duty when 2 armed men entered the compound and forced them to hand over their valuables before fleeing the scene. No injuries were reported, but officers were left shaken. In a separate incident early Thursday morning, another robbery occurred in Signal Hill. Investigators believe the attack may be linked given the close timing and similar style of operation, but they are still pursuing leads. Tobago Updates sought public opinion on the seemingly recent rise in robberies across the island. Here's what a few of you had to say.
100% safe, and they should have more patrols like walkabout, to kind of restrict or keep the criminal elements more at bay.
But the crime situation in Tobago, it escalating, and so because of it, I find the police and them should do more things, by patrolling the place and, be out in the open, be out in the street a little more.
I'm not really safe in this country, but the TPS supposed to be going on with unmarked vehicles, to curb the crime.
Things I think is more visible police, more presence, and not just in the daytime, but even in the night while business is closed.
Well, definitely. We should be seeing more officers in the community, whether it's community police, whether it's SRPs.
Trinidad and Tobago's energy sector, the country's primary engine for foreign exchange earnings, has delivered a much-needed victory against the clock, according to Energy Minister Dr. Rudal Munilal. Reporter Joel Green-George has the details.
Amidst widespread concern over the nation's dwindling gas reserves, the Minister of Energy and Energy Industries, Dr. Rudal Munilal, announced the successful and early completion of a vital upstream development, easing immediate supply pressure. During a post-cabinet media briefing on Thursday, 20th November, the minister confirmed that BPTT has brought its subsea integrated project, SIP, fully online.
Today we are glad to see the additional 3 wells for Phase 2 are now online. May I now indicate that this has been done significantly ahead of schedule.
This news is particularly critical following recent warnings by economist Dr. James, who stressed that gas supply shortfalls remain a big problem for Point Lisas and Point Fortin industrial plants. Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley, in a recent press conference, also highlighted vulnerabilities, noting that while TNT holds approximately 10 to 12 trillion cubic feet TCF of proven reserves, investment projects typically demand a guaranteed supply of 20 to 25 years. This new production may help secure the supply for Trinidad and Tobago's core domestic need, electricity generation, which is entirely fueled by natural gas.
Our energy sector remains integral to our economy, and resources from the SIP project play an important role in strengthening Trinidad and Tobago's natural gas supply.
The SIP project, located off the southeast coast of Trinidad, saw its final 3 wells completed, bringing the total number of new wells to 7. This development is now expected to contribute approximately 250 million cubic feet of gas per day. This acceleration translates to a 10% increase in the national gas output at peak, which Minister Munilal stated provides a crucial revenue boost for the national purse.
We are hoping that this will also ensure that we have a boost in our revenues as well. There's a particular calculation used to discuss and arrive at revenue acceleration from natural gas expansion, so that it will mean extra revenue.
The government hopes this upstream success will signal to the global market that the energy sector is stabilizing. With a significant decline in oil and gas production over the past decade, this new gas is a welcome reversal, perhaps injecting confidence and prosperity into both Trinidad and Tobago. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The news continues in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update at any time. Join the conversation. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat. We'll be right back.
Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Join Bishop Terence Baines and the Tobago Gospel Promoters as they present In Response to Jamaica From the Heart, a powerful benefit concert at the Shore Park Food Hub. Jamaica has been hit hard by Hurricane Melissa. Homes destroyed, lives uprooted, and families in despair need of support. But together, we can help rebuild what was lost. Experience uplifting performances by Trisha Bukaj Asubas, Jada George, Kashif Wilson, Axis, Donnell Joe, Gabby Williams, Terence Baines, Prosperous Rebuild, and many more. All performances will be auctioned, so come prepared to give, to share, and to make a real difference. Every dollar, every act of kindness counts. Let's stand together, Tobago, unite in love, faith, and purpose, and give from the heart. It's all happening Sunday, November 30th at 6 p.m. Shore Park Food Hub, Tobago. Stand tall for Jamaica.
Lord, I thank you.
Welcome back. The Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport earlier today hosted its achievement ceremony and exhibition sale, showcasing the impressive work produced through its various vocational skills training programs. Here are the details.
The event highlighted the creativity, discipline, and technical growth of participants who spent months developing competencies in areas such as craft, culinary arts, garment construction, agriculture, and other hands-on skills. The ceremony not only celebrated outstanding achievers, but also provided trainees with a platform to display and sell their products, reinforcing the real-world value of their new abilities. With more than 1,000 participants taking part in the skills training courses, the certificates earned can be used to support personal development or to strengthen and expand business ventures. Secretary of the Division of Community Development, Youth Development and Sport, Wayne Clark, congratulated and encouraged others to take part and add a skill to your development.
For years, this division has delivered two important programs: the Vocational Skills Program and the Handicraft Training Program. Each one plays a crucial role in the capacity of our people, in building the capacity of our people, strengthening our communities, and giving Tobagonians real opportunities to grow. For over 50 years, the Vocational Skills Training Program has been one of the division's strongest tools for empowering Tobagonians.
The initiative continues to equip participants with practical skills, confidence, and opportunities, helping them advance personally while contributing to stronger, more resilient communities and economic development across the island. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
Cabinet yesterday made sweeping changes to the country's foreign use vehicle import policy, a move described by government officials as critical to boosting affordability and expanding options for citizens across Trinidad and Tobago, including residents of Tobago who rely heavily on private transportation. Reporter Joel Green George has more.
Minister of Trade and Tourism Senator Maraj outlined the major amendments. Firstly, the permissible age limit for importing foreign-used right-hand drive private cars, including SUVs, sedans, and station wagons, was drastically increased from 3 years to under 8 years from the date of manufacture. This change immediately opens the market to a significantly larger pool of vehicles, offering consumers more choices and potentially reducing prices.
The Cabinet has approved the increase in the permissible age of importation of foreign-use right-hand drive private cars, that's sports utilities, SUVs, sedans, and station wagons, powered by gasoline, dieseline, or compressed natural gas, CNG, from 3 years to under 8 years, and under from the date of manufacture.
In addition to the private car extension, the age limit for light commercial vehicles such as pickup and panel vans was extended from 7 years to under 10 years, and registered dealers' annual import quota increased by 30%.
The increase in the permissible age of importation of light commercial vehicles, pickup and panel vans, inclusive of diesel engines from 7 years and under to 10 years and under from the date of manufacture.
Industry stakeholders previously estimated that allowing slightly older vehicles to enter the market could result in consumer savings of between $30,000 to $50,000 per purchase. Minister of Transport Eli Zakur later justified the decision purely on consumer choice.
But by extending the vehicles, more persons would have an opportunity to afford a vehicle.
The government emphasized that this is a national measure directly aimed at putting tangible benefits back into the hands of families. For Tobago, where mobility is essential and public transportation services have historically faced challenges, the opportunity to purchase newer and more reliable vehicles at more accessible price points is a major economic relief.
Today's press conference is aimed at letting people of Tobago know that we are taking decisions to impact every single citizen of this country in the ability to afford a car for their families to move around.
Joel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
A diplomatic row is escalating between two Caribbean leaders, raising questions about regional political integrity. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Prime Minister Ralph Gonzalez initiated the conflict by publicly accusing Trinidad and Tobago's government of actively interfering in the country's upcoming general election for access to state lands. Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor took to social media to categorically refute the claims. Her tweeted counter-attack highlights a newly launched internal investigation by TNT's Housing Development Corporation into the acquisition of 3 luxury Victoria Keys apartments by Gonzalez's family. The probe focuses on the source of funds and a highly scrutinized rent-to-own arrangement approved for Gonzalez's daughter just after the 2025 Trinidad and Tobago general election. Persad-Bissessor warned that continuing cross-border political meddling could cause the CARICOM bloc to implode, while Gonzalez maintains his family acted legally in acquiring the properties. The Tobago Tourism Agency Limited, TTAL, has signaled an aggressive push to reaffirm the island's status as a premier Caribbean dive destination, returning to the world's largest dive trade show, Diving Equipment and Marketing Association, DEMA, from November 11th to 14th in Orlando. Here's more on the story.
This strategic presence supports Tobago's 2026 agenda, which targets the crucial U.S. market, a major source for global recreational and experienced divers, with approximately 4.2 million active divers in the U.S. alone. TTAL and local operators, including Frontier Divers and the Tobago Dive Experience, showcased the island's celebrated drift dives and abundant marine life across over 50 established dive sites. The mission has already yielded tangible results. Following an educational seminar co-hosted by Deep Blue Adventures, the leading U.S. dive tour operator confirmed additional trips to Tobago starting in 2026. This move, alongside strategic meetings with international partners like Paddy Media and Maduro Diving, positions Tobago to capitalize on the rapidly growing global diving tourism market, which is projected to reach $6.3 billion by 2029. TTAL's engagement sets the stage for future marketing drives in key source markets, including Germany and the United Kingdom, cementing Tobago's push for a larger share of the global dive tourism landscape. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
We waiting so long, the people missed the bacchanal.
Tobago. The countdown is on for Tobago Day 2025 from November.
Conditions remain mostly settled otherwise.
Island comes alive under the theme One Tobago, One People, One Destiny.
The celebration begins with the Tobago Torch Run, led by the Chief Secretary, Assemblyman, and our proud sporting groups.
Then, on November 28th, the THA Triathlon takes center stage. On November 29th, we all head to the Shore Park Recreational Grounds for the Tobago Games, Sports and Family Day, games we used to play from 6 p.m.
Join us on December 2nd for the Thanksgiving Harvest Service at the Shore Park Complex from 10 a.m.
Bring your Tobago produce, share your blessings, and celebrate community. Then, December 3rd and 4th, discover our roots on the Scarborough Heritage Bus Tours. 2 daily departures at 9 a.m. and 1 p.m.
On December 4th, witness excellence at the Tobago Day debate beginning at 10 a.m. at the Assembly Legislature.
And the Tobago Day Awards ceremony, 7 p.m. at the Shore Park Complex.
And for the grand finale,
December 6th, the cultural concert and drone show lights up the Scarborough Esplanade from 7 p.m. It's all about Tobago Day 2025. One Tobago, one people, one destiny.
Welcome back. And now we take a look at the weather report from the TNT's Met Office for the period tonight and tomorrow. Tonight will be generally fair with a few brief showers likely over Tobago and the northeastern areas of Trinidad. Conditions remain mostly settled otherwise. Tomorrow will be partly cloudy during the morning with a few light to moderate showers in some areas and a low to medium chance of an isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm, mainly over coastal and offshore areas. By the afternoon, skies will remain fair to partly cloudy with a few brief showers and a continued medium chance of an isolated heavy shower or thunderstorm developing over western Trinidad. In the vicinity of any heavier activity, gusty winds, street or flash flooding, and an elevated risk of landslips or landslides are possible. By nightfall, conditions should become mostly fair aside from the odd brief shower. The maximum temperature tomorrow is expected to be at around 32 degrees Celsius in Piaco and 31 degrees Celsius in Crown Point, with a heat index near 34 degrees Celsius and 33 degrees Celsius respectively. Seas will be moderate with waves near 1.5 meters in open waters and around 1 meter, occasionally choppy, near showers in sheltered areas. Sunrise tomorrow is at 6:04 and sunset at 5:39. And that's it for a look at your weather report for the period tonight and tomorrow. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates television news. Recapping the headlines before we go. Newsday shuts Tobago office. Petal Daniel Benoit, PNM's candidate for Scarborough Mongrace. Dexter Miller, PNM's candidate for Bacalet Bagatelle. And Miss Universe 2025, Fatima Bosch becomes a first Tabasco winner. I am Lavian Cupid. Thank you so much for joining us. Wishing you a great night and a wonderful weekend.